Hello, my name is David LeBlanc, and I am your facilitator for this week's What's New in Moodle 2.5. Although right now I'm currently logged on as Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria is just a test student of mine, so don't try to contact her. She will not reply. This is just a quick orientation on how to navigate the site, although there'll be more of that to come as you look at some of the tools and things, and what to expect this week. So as you can see right at the top of the screen, of your screen, it says this course is an adaptation of the Teaching with Moodle MOOC at learnmoodle.net. That was a massive online course that took place in September that a lot of people missed. They either didn't hear about it, or when it came up in September, it's such a busy time of the year for teachers that they weren't able to participate. So here's your opportunity now to participate in those activities or similar activities and learn about Moodle 2.5 and Moodle in general. So let's just take a look at some of the spots of the site and some of the tools. First of all, the announcements. Those are from the facilitators that are helping with the course this week, including myself. And that's just a broadcast, basically. We'll make announcements such as announcing this orientation, and those get mailed out to everybody. You can't reply to those. They're just one-way communication out to everybody. It's a discussion forum, but the only discussion is in a one-way direction. Unlike that, there's a social forum, and a social forum is just for people that want to talk about anything that maybe doesn't relate to the course. It's just for, it's kind of like the water cooler discussions that you'll have in an office format. So for there, if you want to talk about hockey, which I know not everybody here is from Canada, but Canadians seem to love talking about, or talk about anything at all, that's the place to do it. Let's look down the center of the page. The very first thing you want to do today, day 0 I call it, it's just the orientation day, is post a welcome message in the welcome and introductions forum. And that can be very, very short, just who you are, what your interest is in using Moodle or why you're here. And it's really good if you can reply to others, and that's where most of the discussions seem to take place in every Moodle Meet we teach. It's a very active forum, and I would encourage you to go look in there. If during the meet you should have some questions or need help with something, a good place to look is in this Help Wanted forum, and if you click on that, you can start a discussion or answer a question for somebody else that's started a discussion on a tool or a process that you need help with. That's a great place to look for help. Another interesting spot here is chat, and the chat is for synchronous discussions. And I know a lot of teachers that are even using Moodle now don't make a lot of use of this tool. There's many reasons for that, and we can talk about that later. But basically, a good way to use this tool, if you look under the online users on the side, you can see who's currently been online in the last 5 minutes. And what you might want to do, if you want to try out the chat tool, you can send them a message by clicking this little bubble and say, yeah, I'd like to go into the chat session. Why don't you meet me there? If they get the message, it sometimes comes as a pop-up where they won't see the message. Don't be discouraged. But you can go into the chat and you can discuss things in real time with people that are there. Okay, and I've also got a choice here and a big banner telling you about that. The choice is for a live webcast tutorial that I will do on Sunday, and it's going to be at 11:30 to 12:30, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon for people that are in Pacific Standard Time. For others, if you're on the other side of if you're in Europe or elsewhere, that's 7:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So I'll conduct a live tutorial and on a specific topic of your choice. So make sure that you get in and choose something that you want me to present on Sunday before the end of the day on Saturday, and that's tomorrow, because I have to prepare that, obviously. Okay, and then we get down into our course. And I've arranged the course over 4 days. So starting with tomorrow on Saturday, and basically wrapping up with the active events on day 4. And this is a chance, you can see the little emblems here, or symbols, for the Moodle Commander Wings badge. The Moodle Commander's Wings badge is something you will earn if you complete all of the activities that are needed to get that badge. And badges are very exciting addition to Moodle. As of Moodle 2.5, that's when they were introduced. Badges, when I first saw them, I was a little bit skeptical. I thought, why would anyone want that? But I'm finding the more I look into it, it's very interesting way of motivating students and recognizing perhaps things that go unrecognized. For instance, say you complete an English class and you get a grade for that English class, but that grade doesn't reflect some of the specific skills you learned in that class. Using badges, you could recognize that, oh, this student is a good essay writer, or you could have a badge for this student is a helpful communicator in the class. So recognizing specific skills and pointing out specific things that perhaps a course grade wouldn't show. So I'm really excited about badges. We're going to talk about more about them later. And Verena Roberts also is doing a Moodle Meet on this later, or a CEET Meet, which you might want to participate in to talk more about badges and explore them. So basically, day 1 tomorrow, getting started with Moodle, you're going to be learning about the system. To enter that, you would click the link right here. I'll just show you there's 3 pages. The page is just information that you'll learn about. There's 2 books. These are sort of like presentations. There's 1 choice. There's 1 survey, 1 quiz, and 1 feedback activity. And you can see each week or each day, you can see what activities are in it. But to go in it, you have to click the link. And it might take a moment. The site's probably quite busy. And then you enter. You still have the regular stuff at the top of the screen, but if you scroll down, it opens up the book. And when you look at this, to get your Moodle Commander Wings badge, you need to have certain activities checked. The ones that have a solid square around them, a solid line around them, they are for you to mark as complete once you've gone through that activity. So once I've read through this book and looked at all the activities, as Queen Victoria right now, I'm going to mark it as complete. Oh, it's probably going to, there we go. It's going to mark it as complete, and that's just to show to myself and perhaps to me if I'm looking at what you've been doing, that you've completed that activity. Other activities, such as the quiz that's going to be available starting tomorrow, you can that will check automatically when you've completed the quiz. So you don't have to check those, they'll be checked automatically. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to learn about Moodle, you're going to be trying out some of the tools, and what you can do is you can click this on the side to request a sandbox course. If you don't have your own Moodle and you want to try some of these things out, just click this request and we'll be reviewing those and we can set you up with a sandbox course. Excuse me. For those of you that want to try Moodle 2.6 and that are already familiar with 2.5, I also have something about that. Whoops, excuse me. And I'll just show you. Getting dizzy? Down here in version in Moodle 2.6, what's new? If you can request a sandbox course for 2.6 if you'd rather be using that. Okay, I'm just going to go back to navigation. Actually, I'll just go back. Other than the navigation, I'm looking at Queen Victoria's. I've got my screen set up differently. You can move things around and you'll find out a little bit more about that as you get through the course. But for Queen Victoria, she's got her navigation at the bottom. So you can navigate the course using the navigation panel or block, or if you want to jump right back to the the course page, this is also navigation. This is called breadcrumb navigation at the top. So I'm going to go right back to Moodle 2.5. And as I said, you can enter any of these days. You can jump ahead. You don't have to stick to the schedule. Things like quizzes won't be opening up until the day that they're available. So you can click on here and here and here to get into those units, or if you don't care about getting a Moodle badge, you might just want to explore them and look at what's new in 2.5 and also what's new in 2.6. 2.6 was released in November, so just this month. Okay, I want to show you about the badges. So badges are under the navigation panel. And you click on badges, it's got the course badges and what a course badge will look like. Unfortunately, the badge image, I couldn't get it with the wings in there. So you just have a circular badge that says Moodle Commander Wings and 2013. And what it will, the description for it is the recipient of this badge is recognized as possessing the necessary skills to create, modify, and manage courses in Moodle 2.5. And this is the criteria that you need to complete to earn that badge. And when you've gone and completed all these activities, it's not a great deal of work, but you can certainly manage it over the course of the 6-day event. 4 days are the active days, but there's other days to get in there and complete things. As soon as you've completed all those activities, you will receive your badge automatically. We'll talk more about badges later. So that's the criteria. And you know what? I promised not to be too long, so I'm going to leave it there. That's just a quick orientation how to get started, and we'll have more of these broadcasts as we go through the event. Please, any questions at all, put them in the Help Wanted forum, and today your task is to make a post in the Welcome and Introductions forum. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.